Hey there. Welcome to day 16 of 21 Days of Presence. I'm Adrienne Leese. Well, today we're continuing to all this Mercury crazy bouncing off of all these other planets in its retrograde cycle. We're feeling the Sun and Mercury in a conjunction. They're in that trine to the North Node. They're also making a sextile to the South Node and to Pluto, because Pluto's coming up to the South Node. And so then Mercury's coming into its second square with Jupiter for this retrograde. So wow, Mercury's really busy right now. And today is day 16, and 6 and 1 makes 7 in numerology. And so we're dealing with the energy of the number 7, which is a mental energy. And so it's an energy of shifting perspectives. And it's exactly what Mercury is trying to do for us right now. So Mercury in square, coming back into its square with Jupiter, is, we had that Sun square Jupiter. Before that, Mercury was square Jupiter again. And, poor Jupiter has been, then it was square Neptune. And so Jupiter is so happy to be back in Sagittarius and back into the searching and the quest, but there is some challenges, and it's like, what's in the way of us claiming back our destiny path and our journey, our spiritual evolution, really. So now with Mercury in its second square with Jupiter, we're getting some more information. We're trying to understand, but again, with Mercury retrograde, so there's more energy today around mental figuring it out, and that's not working very well. So again, the more you can be present in the moment and just go with the Pisces energy, wherever that takes you, into the past, potentially into maybe, there's just a lot coming up for people right now around these old patterns and energies from the past as Mercury takes this retrograde at the second half of Pisces. But also a time to dream and vision and connect in to that pure connection to source. So that is available to us, and understanding that everything is happening right now. So Mercury is technically making aspects to 4 different things right now, right? To the Sun, hanging out with the Sun. This is a new identity trying to be born, new perspective around our spiritual identity in Pisces. And then together, the Sun and Mercury are in that trine with the North Node. And that is bringing this energy of moving forward, trying to go forward, trying to bring in that nurturing that we need to get into a new mindset, into a new perspective. And then they're both sextile into this in the South Node, and then Pluto coming right into this sextile to Pluto and the South Node energies together. And that's trying to break down the past structures of our thought forms, right? And so that we can have a new way of thinking. We're really looking for a new way of thinking, a new perspective, something outside of the conditioning of our past. And everything is pointing us to that. And that's actually what's necessary for us to get back on our spiritual path, our feeling of like, what in the world are we doing here, right? So that's kind of the energy right now. Where a huge shift of our spiritual, our identity, our spiritual identity and our perspective is required, and nurturing is required. That involves, the new identity involves breaking down the old identity, that Pluto South Node. And that is what's required, nurturing ourselves into this new spiritual identity in order to claim back our destiny and our path and our spiritual evolution. And it's really cool because you've been struggling, going through so much, that you set out for yourself in this lifetime, and it can be exhausting. But understanding that you're working, your energy, your personal shift of perspective and releasing of these old patterns is also affecting the collective. This is how we do it. We each individually are choosing that new spiritual identity. So let's kind of work with this today and go ahead and feel yourself arrive right here, right now. The energy of the astrology right now is kind of this pinball game, just kind of like feeling like you're being pushed this way and that way and banged up against. What we're banging up against is these structures from our past that are no longer truthful to who we are. And so, but it's, again, it's super dynamic time, but it's also a retrograde time. So it's a strange energy. It's like dynamic and retrograde, and still we're stuck in the past energy, but you can kind of feel that things are trying to shift and change. But certain things are required of us right now. One, we got that energy around nurturing, and how that can help us come into this new spiritual identity. So let's go ahead and sink into this now moment right here, right now. I'm seeing a picture of like an eddy in a creek, and the creek is like flowing along. Maybe it's that spring runoff, like this is the energy right now. It's like things are starting to move, although Mercury's retrograde, but the melting, the moving, and but there's an eddy, the Mercury retrograde, and it's like very dynamic, right? The water is going bing, bing, bing in this vortex, but it's not actually getting anywhere. So it's got that weird feeling to it. And we're just going to kind of be here for a little bit, right? Still suspended in between timelines, or with one foot in one and one foot in the other. So let's just be here right now, and taking a few deep breaths and inviting in this communication with Mother Earth. Just sinking in, allowing gravity to come and meet you. Go ahead and receive an energetic wave for her nurturing today. We've got the moon in Cancer, at home in Cancer. So there's a lot of support for this nurturing energy, that if we can just focus on that, when you feel like you're being bounced around, when you feel like your shit's coming up, when you feel like you're totally stuck, when you feel like you're totally confused, the medicine right now is self-care and nurturing and allowing yourself to feel whatever you feel vulnerable, feel confused, feel broken. You're going back into these places so they can be fixed and repaired on a deep core level. And that requires nurturing. So you got to stop everything in your life right now and prioritize tending to your needs on a spiritual, emotional, and psychic level, and physical level. It's all related. So just go ahead and take a few deep breaths and feel that commitment as you move into this union, this connection with Mother Earth, just putting down your root system. The root system itself represents this nurturing, represents this beautiful pathways of nutrients, minerals, fluids, water, and love between, say, the plants and the earth, and now with you in the earth. And so connecting to Mother Earth is the first most important step of your nurturing, your new nurturing, self-nurturing protocol. And just take a few deep breaths and just feel yourself deepening this connection with Mother Earth. Mother Earth has this energy of coming into that union with the divine feminine, with the Great Mother. It's a radical shift around our care for ourselves, for our planet, for each other. This is the North Node in Cancer, being incredibly highlighted right now. Our way forward is by taking better care of ourselves. Just take a few deep breaths and sink in. One of the most important ways to take care of yourself is to find this level of peace and rest just for a few minutes, okay? So we're going to leave everything behind and take 5 minutes to be at peace. To remember that that is your natural state. And just breathe into that, and that the earth, the beautiful earth floating through the universe in perfect time, is also peaceful. The further you get away, the more peaceful the earth gets in perspective. And that's maybe a nurturing thing for us right now, is to keep that bigger perspective of what's happening. Just coming into the still point, this deep connection with the now moment, right here, right now, electromagnetically tapped into the earth's magnetic field. So you can come completely home and present in this moment and feel safe, harmonized, and at peace. Deep inside of each of us is this little girl, this little boy, this little child who might need some extra care right now in the process that we're going through. Maybe it's an infant inside of you, and infants are very needy. They need lots of love, food, and warmth, sleep, rest. Just let yourself completely rest, like a baby held in the arms of Mother Earth, absolutely safe, nothing to worry about, no responsibilities. It's all, I'm just going to put it down for 5 minutes. It'll be there when you get back if you'd like to pick it back up. But right now, let yourself just be Mother Earth's responsibility. Let yourself just float in her arms, resting, rocking, resetting your vibration to peace and harmony. And just take a few deep breaths, breathing in air, light, and prana. Expanding and contracting with Mother Earth. Just held and loved for the journey. Rocking, relaxing, releasing, letting go. Just for a few moments. I'm feeling like a frantic energy that the soul groups we've been working with have been going through over the past maybe decades, maybe lifetimes. But it's a feeling of like, I gotta do something. I gotta get there. I gotta, just knock down, get up again, go, and this, the coming back into our quest and our purpose and feeling like we're on our path is absolutely in alignment with this level of rest and peace. It's like, okay, time to just arrive, stop, arrive, be here. It's happening. You're happening. You're right where you need to be. Just relax, let go, allow this peace and harmony to be your nurturing, to be your destiny. And just receive an energetic wave to support deep rest on a soul, spiritual level. Rejuvenation and healing. Preparing for what's ahead. Just taking a few deep breaths, enjoying this peace and harmony, this nurturing rest. Bringing this peace with you into your everyday life. Keeping it in your heart, remembering you can always come back here. And when you're ready, go ahead and complete your meditation. Well, thanks so much for joining me for day 16 of 21 Days of Presence. We're coming right up into this equinox energy. We are in a portal of time, in a strange, this is the energy around the 21 days. It's like a super activating, energetic, squeezing portal. And that's how we felt. That's how I felt last, when I did it before in September, leading up to the equinox in September. And so we're in the same place, and it's really cool to be together here and just be present and be like, okay, we're kind of, making the most of what's happening and being at peace with what's happening instead of getting spun out in our lives and losing track of what in the heck is going on. So thanks so much for being present and being a part of this, because your energy brings beautiful pictures and more fullness and connection to your soul groups. And the work you're doing is profound. Your work in presence. And so thanks so much. And I can just feel the benevolent, higher vibrational energies of the universe being so appreciative of your presence right now too. And so just love yourself, nurture yourself, and we'll see you tomorrow for day 17 of 21 Days of Presence. Okay. Until then, I'm Adrienne Elise. Namaste.